Hey, welcome back. Coach Tony here. And today's video is going to be life-changing. It is going to level up your manifestation game like never before. And on it, I want to share with you 3 simple steps to manifest anything you desire. And truly, big or small, if you apply these 3 simple steps, and my plan is I'm going to share with you what the steps are initially, and then we're going to break them down individually and go into great detail so that you know exactly what you need to do in order to manifest anything you desire. All right, so I hope this sounds awesome. And if it does, make sure you like this video and share it with anyone else who you think might find value in it. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, by the way, make sure you subscribe below because I'm going to be providing so much more value over the course of the next few months. I don't want you to miss out on anything, okay? So the 3 steps to manifest any desire, big or small, are these 3 steps right here. Step number 1, we must have a clear and definite desire. Step number 2, we must emotionalize our desire and feel into it. Okay, and step 3 is we must let and allow our desire in. So these may seem simple on the surface, but we're going to get very deep with them because I want to explain to you exactly how each step works so that you can really go through this process knowing you're doing it properly and you're going to be able to attract in whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have. Okay, so I hope that sounds awesome. So let's get started right away with step number 1. Okay, we must have a clear and definite desire. And a lot of people get this wrong, actually, myself included, is they'll say, all right, I want to manifest more money. I want more money. Well, to the universe, that could mean anything, anything. 1 penny more, $1 more, $5,000 more. How much more money, right? I want a better relationship. Well, in what way do you want a better relationship, right? Is it more loving? Is it more fun? Is it more passionate, right? Is it more exciting? We want to have a clear and definite desire for what it is we want right now in this moment. So not necessarily down the road, what do you want? What do you want right now in your life? And this is one of the mistakes I made when I first started off in this journey. In fact, I actually learned this process originally from Bob Proctor and Scott Haug several years back. And when I first started this, I was so excited to have a process to follow to manifest, like deliberately. And so I wrote down $3 million. I want $3 million, right? And I had lots of reasons for it, actually. But when I really took a step back and really asked myself, what do I want right now in my life, right? I didn't actually want $3 million. I just wanted, a little bit more money. Let's see, like 50K more, like that type of thing. But the difference between 50K and $3 million is a very significant difference. And it's going to feel much different to you in the moment. So what we're really trying to do is get aligned with our desire, get it very clear and defined from the present moment. Okay, that's actually a very big idea. It might seem kind of small, but it's actually a very profound idea to understand. Is if you think that you want something down the road, that's great to go for it, actually. But if it's too far away from where you are right now, it's going to be more difficult to actually get aligned with that desire to actually attract it in. And I'm living proof of this. Okay, I practiced this for many years. And this was one of the very first mistakes I made on my journey of mastering manifestations. And so I don't want you to make the same mistake. So what we want to do is get very clear on what it is that we desire right now, like in our life. So in the next month, let's say, what would be amazing to have? And maybe $3 million would be amazing, and you're ready to receive that. I just know when I first started, I wasn't ready, quite honestly, to be a person that could have $3 million. And that's what we're going to be talking about that a little bit later here and in future videos. And we're going to go very big into that idea. So number 1 is we need to have a clear, definite desire. Here's what we do. We want to write down exactly what it is we desire. Okay, so get a journal out and just write it down to the best of your ability. Try your best to visualize it in your mind's eye, exactly what it is that you desire and why. The why will help you really connect the dots to the present moment, right? Why do you want that amount of money? Why do you want that relationship? Why do you want whatever it is you desire? Okay. Write down all the reasons, write down everything it's going to do for you in your life. Write down everything that comes to mind for you for this. Okay, that's step number one. And what we're going to do is use this affirmation to really solidify it, actually. And it's going to be kind of counterintuitive for the average individual, but stay with me here because there's a lot of science behind this idea. And it comes from even like Neville Goddard and Napoleon Hill and all those guys from even, 100 years ago, right? That were really applying these concepts and teaching them at that time. What we want to do is start talking and communicating to ourselves in the universe from the present moment as if we already have the desire. Okay, so if you desire, let's just say $100,000, okay, that's just whatever number it is, or whatever, maybe it's a loving, caring, fun relationship that you desire, with as much detail as you can describe the individual that you desire, written out, right, with the color of their hair, their height, their whatever, everything you can think of, write down to really describe exactly your dream person or the type of relationship you desire, okay? So from there, what we're going to say is, I am so happy and grateful that I now have XYZ, whatever your desire is, okay? I now have $100,000 in my bank account. They now have, or I'm in a loving, caring dream relationship, whatever that looks like for you. But what we want to do is just get it into the present moment for yourself and write it down as a present moment statement. Okay. I am so happy and grateful now that I have, or am doing, or am being XYZ. Okay. So that's kind of step number one. All right. If you have any questions on this, by the way, just leave a comment below and I'll try my best to answer them right away for you. But let's jump right over to step two. Step number two is we must emotionalize our desire. In other videos, I talk about this deeper, but the universe speaks in vibration. It's an energetic vibrational universe. It only communicates via feeling. So how you feel is the direct link and communication into the universe. So we've got to emotionalize ourselves to our desire. And this will help us fuse with our desire. And this is actually likened to you changing your channel to your desire, right? If you want to listen to rock, you're going to tune to, in my area, it's 100.9 locally, or Ozzy's Boneyard on XM radio, like that type of thing. If you tune to that station, you're going to get rock music or heavy metal or whatever that is, right? When you emotionalize it, it's likened to changing the channel right to that station. It's like you're actually listening to that station, which is exactly what we want to do. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to give you an actual exercise to actually apply all three steps for you today, so you can get started with actually manifesting with a ritualized, like routine-based process that you can rinse and repeat with any desire you have. So as soon as you achieve a desire, you simply go through this three-step process again for your next desire. Okay. It's such a cool process though, because that which can be measured can be improved upon, right? That which is proceduralized can be improved upon. And in other words, you're going to get better and better and better at manifesting over time if you actually apply this on a regular basis for yourself. And I would highly recommend applying this process on a regular basis, even a daily basis or weekly basis for yourself moving forward, to really test it out, especially. But I've been doing this process for years now, actually, and I'm still getting better at it for myself. So it's really a cool idea that we're going to be building upon. Okay. So step two is we got to emotionalize our desire. How best to do this is actually with music. Music is the window into our soul or our energetic body, right? And why is that? Because our energetic body only speaks vibration, right? What is music? It's vibration. So whatever type of music you're listening to, it's going to invoke that type of energy in your actual being and body, okay? So the idea is we want to start to listen to music that matches our desire. A lot of that type of music actually is what we call winning, triumphant music. Music that's super empowering. Music that is like a hero winning the battle, right? Music that is, when you finally win a game, at the end of a game, let's say, it's that type of music. It's triumphant. One of my very favorite musical composers of triumphant music is Ludovico Einaudi. And I think that's how you pronounce it. But he is amazing, and he's got some unbelievably awesome music that you could tune into that will help you actually feel your desire achieved. That's essentially what we're trying to do, is fuse with our desire, attune ourselves to that station and fuse with it. How does it feel to actually have achieved, to have, do, or be that thing actually right now in the present moment? That's our objective for step number 2. Number 3 is we want to let and allow. Let and allow our desire. So once you know and you've written it out exactly what it is you desire, and it's super defined, it's very well clear in your mind, and you can visualize it very clearly on the screen of your imagination. And then you emotionalize it by feeling how would it feel as if you've already achieved your desire, okay, in the present moment. Again, the universe only speaks in the present moment, and it speaks in terms of how you feel. It's energetic based and vibrational based, okay? So those 2 steps are very important. But once you do that, you've successfully emitted your frequency and you've transmitted your energy properly. Now, all you've got to do is just allow it in. Let the universe just simply bring it to you and help you achieve it, actually. We co-create with the universe. It's like the ultimate assistant that we have access to 24/7, 365. It is there to help us through the path of our least resistance, to bring us our desires right now, actually. In fact, it's just waiting for you to just allow it in at this point on step 3. So all our job is to do is assume it's already done. It's already on the way. So what you do in the mindset I want you to take with you for step 3 is act as if it's already happening. It's already unfolding, because it is, right? So you assume it's already yours, in other words. So what would you do if you could expect whatever it is that you want to have, do, or be, that it's going to be in there by the end of the week? Let's just use money for this example, right? Let's just say the $100,000 you desire is going to be deposited in your bank account in the next week. How would you be showing up to life knowing that the $100,000 is going to be there in the next week? I want you to assume it's that this is actually happening. How would you be showing up, right? You wouldn't spend the money right away, right? No, you'd be super grateful that it's going to be showing up. You would be extremely appreciative. You'd feel lighter, relief, freedom. You'd feel excited, whatever that is for you, right? How would that actually feel, though? For step 3 is we're actually going to let and allow those feelings to come in deeper. Okay. We want to transcend our current situation and circumstances and get ourselves into the idea that this is actually what's happening in our life. We want to start to ramp up the appreciation, the gratitude. And then what we really want to do is we want to start to listen in to our intuition that is going to help guide us into taking inspired action towards our desires. So you wouldn't just be sitting on the couch, let's say, for like the next week, just waiting for it to come in. You would probably be living life from a much happier standpoint, knowing that that money's coming in, right? Or if your dream relationship, the person's going to come into your life in the next week, let's say, and you're going to begin your relationship with that individual. You're going to meet them for the first time. How awesome would that be, right? How would you be living life? You'd be excited for that, right? It would be likened to you the week before Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, this is a beautiful energy to get yourself into. Imagine it's a week away from Christmas. How would you be feeling? You'd be so excited. And what's funny about this idea is when you practice this, it starts to become more familiar. You're starting to become more comfortable with the fact that you can have, do, or be that thing, right? That's already in your life. You're starting to get acclimated to it, in other words. This is the secret to step number 3. We're working on believing and allowing, right? Accepting that this is actually happening for us. So I hope that makes sense. And what you can do for this step in particular is write down any counterproductive thoughts or disempowering thoughts that come up when you think in terms of this idea that I share with you here today of, hey, it's waiting for you and it's happening in the next 7 days here, in the next week. Your desire is right there. It's coming in. How does it make you feel, actually? Like, can you believe into that? What are some of the thoughts that come up for you about that, right? If you have some limiting thoughts that are coming up, we just want to clean those up. And by the way, if you do, it's normal. When I first started learning this process, I had tons of those thoughts like, this is bogus. Like, there's no way it's going to be waiting for me in 7 days, like that type of thing. I was talking myself out of it, actually. And what is that actually doing? It's causing a lot of resistance, and it's actually keeping your desire away from you. The more resistance you have, it's a different energy you're in, and you're fusing with the lack thereof, actually. If you're trying to go after more money and you're thinking like that, that's called poverty thinking and lackful thinking, right? If you don't think you're worthy or deserving of your dream relationship, then that's self-worth we've got to start to improve. But step 3 is just practicing letting and allowing it in. It's already waiting for you. It's waiting to come into your life. You're the only one keeping it from coming in, actually. So what thoughts and beliefs are coming up for you that's actually keeping your desire from coming in? That's what you really want to uncover for step 3, okay? So this is exactly how I want you to practice steps 1, steps 2, and steps 3 all together. Is we're going to start off by writing out clearly exactly what it is that we desire onto paper or onto a journal, okay? Get it very clear, write every detail you can think about your desire. Next, we want to put earbuds in, and we're going to listen to some empowering, triumphant, winning music that will help you visualize and emotionalize your desire. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to skip ahead to what we call the end scene of the movie we're envisioning of us receiving our desire. So whatever we want to be, do, or have, we're going to picture as if we've already achieved it and received it. And down below, I'm going to leave a couple of links that you can try out to listen into. And you can just allow the music to kind of help you feel this triumphant feeling of you achieving your desire. Okay. And you're just going to listen in, and you want to visualize for a couple minutes this end scene and feel into it. I want you to believe that it's real. How would that actually feel for you if you got your desire? That's what we're trying to tie to. And in our movie, this will help us really combine our clear desire with how it would feel. And now we're starting to send off a very powerful ripple into the field. And you're going to be communicating with the universe very effectively every time you do this exercise. And the very last step is just reminding yourself that it's on its way. Okay. And for this, I want you to go back to the idea where you can imagine in 7 days, it's actually coming to fruition. And you're just lowering your resistance around it. It doesn't matter how it's going to come in. The universe can create worlds in 7 days. So don't worry, it can deliver you your desire and you can attract it in within 7 days. It's no problem at all, right? This is the actual practice I use to manifest things into my life. And whether or not it comes in 7 days, it doesn't even matter to me, because as long as you tie to the feeling of your desire already achieved, it feels good. You feel good. That's the end game right there. As long as you feel good, you know you're making progress towards it. You're taking inspired action towards it. You're listening into your intuition, and you're getting more ideas on how you can make that happen in your life. And we're going to talk about that in future videos as well. But for now, I just want to kind of paint the picture for you exactly how you can use this process to start to manifest in a very process-oriented manner each day and each week as you move forward, okay? So I hope this serves you amazingly well in your life, and let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience with this. So with that, practice this routine if you can on a daily basis, especially step 2. We want to be feeling connected with our desire like never before. And we're going to go a lot deeper as we keep going here to give you different perspectives and ways to do this more effectively for you moving forward. So with that, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.